Welcome to Farthest Frontier version 1 has just released and it comes with so many new things. If you only played the game when it first released in early access, you're in for a treat. In the first episode, which of course you can find in the video description below, I showed you the basics. We created some houses for our people. We started giving them, what they want. They want in particular some water. They want some food, of course. And they actually also want to start storing some firewood so that they can survive in the winter, because winter is coming for sure. We are already mid-autumn. So yeah, we have, over here the basic well for the water. We have several food production, the forager over here. We have the hunter's cabin, and I just built a fishing shack over here that will help with also a third types of food. We will also try to smoke this food over here so that it doesn't get wasted, because my reserves of food are definitely going down quickly now, so we need to be careful. We have also received our first knowledge point, so let's press L to go into the research tree, and we can use it for many things. There is many research at the bottom of here that you can see, but in my opinion the first one you should do is natural philosophy, because it's going to increase your knowledge generation, meaning I'm going to get another knowledge point faster, right? I'm not saying you need to go all the way there, it won't be possible anyway, because there's some prerequisites, but definitely as the first one, to me that sounds good. And then we'll probably go a bit more into the food. So let's confirm it, and here it is. We have invested 1 research point here, 20%, oh, here it is. So instead of 6 months, it's gonna take 5 months to get to the next one, right? Speaking of requirements, prerequisite, if you look over here, you will always see what are the prerequisites. For example, for the storage depot, you need a storehouse, or more importantly, for the market over here, which is how I'm going to start getting some money, we need both a saw pit and a storehouse. So let's see, the saw pit is this one over here. It's going to start transforming some wood into planks. And then the second is the storehouse, which is in my storage over here, right? It can store basically anything we want. So we're gonna want to build both of these in a second. We're still right now building a couple of things over here, a wood cellar and the smokehouse, as I just mentioned. Smokehouse will use a bit of firewood, but we have some reserve of firewood, so not too worried. What we may want to do is also start putting some limitations to a resource. If I click on my resource here, for example, firewood, I can say that I want, to have unlimited, or I can say that I want, for example, to stop at, let's say 100 for now, right? So when it gets to 100, that production will stop, and the person that's working there will also move somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken. I become a laborer. So that can be pretty good. You don't want to do that for all, right? Food, for example, I think we can definitely go with leaving it unlimited, but for some others, it can be really powerful. Okay, so it is. We have now used our research. What is that? Oh, they want a market. Yes. So we have built everything now. So let's get going with the production here in a saw pit. This is creating, as you can see, some negative desirability, right? It is red around it, so that is not good. You want to avoid it putting it there, because my houses wants high desirability, right? But somewhere over here shouldn't be a big problem. We may want to rotate it though, so something. It's not very well aligned actually. Maybe I'll put it here, and then the storehouse we should probably put also pretty close, like somewhere over here. Okay, and then we can have a road like this, and then one here. Okay, good. So quite a bit of wood. We need to make sure that we continue to get more wood. So making sure that we cut, you know, more of these over here with H. Yeah, there's quite a lot over there. We may also want to start optimizing our food production. So here we have some Arthon, okay. We have taken all of these resources here, and it is actually winter. We have some Arthon over there too, so I'm going to remove this on this side. Okay, this way there is a bit of micromanagement here, but if you do it properly at the beginning, you can have only one building and, you know, tap into multiple of these. There's also some at the bottom over here. Alright, so we may want to build another one in the future because there's actually quite a lot there. Okay, so that's done. We don't really have a problem right now. We just need a bit more time. So let's accelerate the time a bit here. Food is not perfect. What's the problem over here? They are missing some food. There's no food to actually produce. Okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. I can also decide if I want to focus more on smoked meat or smoked fish. At this point, I think, as I said, you know, we don't have enough food, so it has enough time to do it all. But in the future, you may have one focal that is focused only on the smoked fish and another focused only on meat, for example, or two focus on fish and one on something else. This one has stopped here, right? You can see it's paused. Why? Because we've reached the 100 of firewood, right? And I think this is definitely good for us to stop now because we're super low on logs and we're gonna start also using log for wood planks. So it is good definitely to not use too much for the firewood right now. What else? I think that's pretty much it. We are low on food production because it's winter. We see the snow. It's pretty beautiful, right? That takes, you see the snow coming down and it takes some time to get everything covered. But yeah, this is the season you have to be careful of for sure. Okay, housing, yes, we are at the max, so for sure we're gonna want to increase the number of houses. Okay, so I'm thinking we have indeed finished those two in a second. We're gonna want to first build a market and then we can build some houses, but to the market it's gonna cost quite a lot of planks, which we don't really have unless I have some in storage here. No, I don't see any planks here. So yes, we're gonna want to place a market probably somewhere over here, to be honest. So I can probably place actually one house or two to get us started on this side and then put the market more over here. Oh, we are being attacked. Look at this. So this is a wolf that is attacking this poor guy here. And now they're going to fight. Come on, fight. Good, we killed one. But we lost some health and we could have definitely lost somebody if we weren't being careful. So yeah, we need to be careful. That's it's a great conclusion. Good job. I'm stating the obvious over here, I know, but still important to say it. Okay, so we have started to make some planks. Look at this. Wooden planks are starting. We are probably also going to put a limit on that one. Let's see, we'll see after. For now, I need more planks. Now my people, if they didn't have, you know, clothes and shoes, they will definitely be in trouble now that there's snow everywhere. So you need to keep that in mind. But we're still at the beginning of the game, so for now nobody's sick, we're okay. This is going to come soon, don't worry. We can hear the wolves also. I don't know if you can hear them, but I can. Yeah, some good progress. Let me see you in a sec when we've made some progress. It is, ladies and gents, new year. Year 2 has started. Winter is over. We've survived with no death. That's not a given. We are also going to get our next research point in a second, and we've unlocked the policies. So clicking now pause and clicking on our command center over there, right, we will be able to do policies. It's right at the bottom there. we may not have unlocked all of them. You know, this one is locked, for example. It says this policy can be unlocked within the tech tree, but we've unlocked some of them. Now, basically, those policies will give you bonuses, but at a cost, right? For example, this one, crop yield are increased by 25%, but the fertility reduction is increased, right? So you get more on the short term, but on the long term, if you don't put fertilizer, you're in trouble, right? We have over here the extended shift. Production speed is increased by 20%, but there is a lot more chances of both injuries and also reduction of happiness. So it's more like if you're in a tough spot, you may want to use this one. Villager consume 50% less food, but the turn happiness is a bit decreased too. This could be really good if you're low on food, right? And then lastly, we have some military rewards. So more guards, but the upkeep is increased, or the hunters and guards can use crossbows, right? So there is a lot of good stuff. I don't think we're going to use one right now because again, it's not just positive, it comes with a negative, but still good to have them. Now we have started to make some more planks with 2 people working there. If we look P at my people, I have 14 laborers, so I think we could increase that maybe to 3 or 4. We're gonna start with 3, and I think what we're gonna do instead of going for 4 there is we're gonna go with another forager shack. Try to make more money, more food, not money, food. So forager shack over here, and as I mentioned, there was quite a lot there at the bottom, right? So like over here would be pretty good. Now, is this something we're gonna keep forever? Probably not. But at the beginning, why not? We may also want to start a first field very soon. But before we do so, I wanted to check we have clay over here, okay. And we should be able now to do our first market. We don't have the resource, but we can place it. And it can be really good to place it so that you can see, right, the range. So for example, over here, this is a pretty good range, right? If I put it a bit closer, it's even better in terms of desirability. It is not really helping. I think we're gonna put it more over here, because I already have one service there. So let's go, we're gonna put it over here. It's gonna take a lot of time. I can even, you know, disable it because I really don't have the resources right now, right? But possible, you can do it. What we're gonna do though is potentially get, no, we have a few houses, so I'm not gonna go for more houses. We could soon actually go for an upgrade. We have, you know, herbs, we have 2 food types, we have a basic well. We don't have the 30 of desirability, but that's not too hard. I can make that happen. And lastly, 1 ton center is really the one that's gonna be harder, because it requires the market and it requires 30 people and 60 wood plank, right? So we're not there yet, but we're not that far from that upgrade, so that's really cool. Now we have gotten 1 other point, so let's see. I mean, taxation could be good if we were taxing, but we're not taxing right now, right? Reduced chance of sickness, that could be good, but I don't think we need it right away. I think we're gonna go a bit more over here, which could be, you know, more food per sources, fertility, and you know, field work. This is when we have farms, even if this one could help our first one, so we may want to do this one soon. 30% fish replenishment is good, but we only have 1 fishing place, so I think we're gonna go with that one for now, to get a bit more resource from all of our resources place, basically. Okay, we are starting to make more plants, etc. So, you know, this is probably the time in the game where you start just increasing the speed, because your city should be surviving okay. Hopefully you start seeing this going up and not down, like me, it is. 10, 12, it's going up and down, but it's not going down at least. So that's good. And we have now another one too, so hopefully it should be fine. On these guys here, Wait, everything is empty already? So move this side then. Okay. 3 new villagers and some villagers are born too. So if you look over here, we have now 4 infants. We need to feed them, we need to give them a house, but they don't work yet. Alright? So keep that also in mind, that you have kind of different tier of age of population, and you have also kind of who is educated, who is not educated, all those type of things. Okay, what else? I mean, basically, soon we're gonna get to 50, and we will be able, you know, to start this one. So I think we're gonna let the construction start with just 2 of them. We're going to also check if we've unlocked anything else, like clay. So we've built all of these except... no, we haven't built that, but I don't really need it yet. We've built all of these except the farm. So we will go into the farm soon, but more importantly, it's here. There is a lot of things we haven't built there, right? And it's still tier 1, it's not tier 2. We have, for example, the basket. This is going to be useful to increase the efficiency because they can carry more, right? We have the compost yard, where they're going to take the waste because all of those houses are creating waste, and they're gonna put it into this compost thing to increase fertility. We have the Fletcher to start creating bows and arrows, which is not just for military, this is also for my hunters, right? And the tannery to make some houses, to make some coats. But the clay is actually in tier 2. So yeah, let's start building a couple of these. We're gonna continue putting it more on this side, right? Which is where we have more of my artisanal things. So this one is very negative, so you may want to put it very far. Like here, if I put it there, it's going to definitely create minus desirability. So yeah, we're gonna put it all the way over here. So that's the tannery. Then we're gonna want a cobble shop for sure. This one actually is fine anywhere, so we can put it a bit closer. Oh, there is a heat wave. It's not just the cold that you need to be careful of, also heat wave here. We have basket shop and Fletcher. We're gonna want them all, to be honest. So let's go. We're gonna put that one there. That's okay. Where's just a very small road, and then basket shop. Oh, was that a basket shop? Yes, my bad. So Fletcher. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, no, I think it was. We can fit it here. Good. So that's a lot of new productions. We have a building on fire. Now the good thing is it's close to the basic well. A lot of my people should be coming to help. Now the health of the building has gone down by a lot. So now somebody is trying to start to repair it. Here it is. It's going, the health is going back up, but this is going to cost resources, you know, and it is actually costing resources all the time. It is not just when there's a fire, it's actually all the time that you start using resources to just repair things, to maintain if you wish. We have gotten another point already, so that's great. I cannot do yet this one here. This requires a tier 2 town center or 9 knowledge invested. Alright, so we're gonna continue more on this side, and I think we're gonna do the iron shares. 15% speed of farmers field work, because it is time for us to start doing a first farm too. I think we have, you know, a couple of buildings being built there, but we should have a few laborers. Yes, not that many, but a few. So yes, I want to start building my first farm. We have a lot of great fertility here at the bottom, so I think this is where we're gonna start building, maybe on this side here for now. Let's start with the road to help us organize this whole thing. And again, you don't have to work in a grid like I'm doing. I do prefer grids, but you do what you want. We have over here the field. So For the field, we're gonna be able to obviously see the fertility. Here it's pretty high, 70%, right? We will be able to then choose the space, how big we want this to be, right? And depending on the space, more people will work. So 8 by 12, for example, over here, this is 5 workers. You can also decrease, right? And have only 4 workers. So 7 by 12 is 5 workers. So we might as well go further, right? And go 10 by 12. Then that's 7 people. Let's do 10 by 10 maybe. Let's do it clean 10 by 10. We have, great fertility, but it's gonna cost 4,400 of labor points. Alright, so if you click on it, you'll see that it is not costing any resource, but it's gonna cost tons of labor points. They will need to also cut this tree, right? And the labor points is because they really need to make that into a field, right? To take out all of the herbs and whatnot, right? So that's gonna take quite a bit of time, to be honest. It may take you a whole year at the beginning to do a field like this, but it is important to get started at some point, because obviously the resources like these greens, etc., are quite limited. And we've used all of the ones here, for example. So let's move back on this side. Here, get a few on these. We have also used all of these, for example. So yeah, you have to be careful. So it is. It started at a bit more than 4,400, and it is going down slowly but surely. And you can actually see them work, right? They're taking out all of these, let's say, foliage, herbs, and slowly but surely they're gonna make progress. We got already another point, and I do have a problem, which is my food seems to be going down. And fish is here, so maybe I just put a second fish in the meantime. Or let's see if we can improve. No, I can improve that one again. And we may do still want to put another fish in the meantime. Or we need to go further, right? Like find, for example, here there is more deers. Or here we had some bulls, right? So maybe we do that first. Let's go with hunting on this side here. Getting also those hazelnut bush on this side. Okay, and yeah, it's starting to grow. We have only 4 market for wood planks needed before the market can be built. So that would be great. That would be great. Time for a second winter already. The snow is coming, and actually when it's winter they cannot work on the field. It sort of makes sense, right? How are they going to kind of get the field ready? I don't know what it's called, I'm not a farmer, but get the field ready when the field is basically frozen. It's not possible. It's not possible. The good thing is we have built everything else over here, right? We are now making over here some clothes, some hide coats. We are making over here some basket if we have some willow. The problem is I don't think we're getting any willow right now. We have the shoes over there using the pelt that we get from hunting. We have the storehouse that was not a new one. We have here the hunter cabin of before, the Fletcher building, right, making some arrows and some bows. As I said before, you can choose which one you want to produce, not a problem. We have another hunter cabin there, so my food actually went, I think, back up to 12 and now it's back down to 8. But it seems to be okay-ish, we're not too bad. We've built another house, and most importantly, we have a market. Our market is going to stock resources so that people can just get it easily instead of going to multiple places and not be able to work. Because if they're getting, let me actually show you quickly, like here, right? You have basic need 2% of time. It's not a lot, but maybe on this guy it may be a lot more. Here it is, 22% of time, because he's further away, right? Or she's further away, sorry, Laria. So with a market like this, they won't have to spend so much time looking for all of those resources. Plus, on top of this, we basically get money from them buying at the market. So yeah, we've produced already 10 gold ingots. we are producing 5 per month right now, and this is based on, you know, the houses that we have over here and what are some of the things we're selling to, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, basically the market starting to make some money, starting to make some planks too. With that, we built everything. Our field is not finished, but will be finished, I think, very soon in the next year. And in the next year, we're also gonna be able to, oh yeah, we need to always keep some laborers, right? So are they saying I don't have, oh yeah, we only have 5 laborers. So I think we need to try to get a few more laborers. So a few more people in the house, in the city. Maybe we'll build another house right away. But more importantly, I'm gonna want to upgrade those houses to level 2. This requires the town center level 2. So that's why I said we're gonna do this one. We have all the prerequisites. We have 8 houses, we have a market, and we have 30 people. 33 to be precise. We have 30 of stone. We don't have 60 wood planks, but we're not, you know, we have already more than 20. They're gonna make more. So should be easy to upgrade to the next level here in the next episode. And then we will upgrade all of those houses too. I hope you're excited. Smash like button and hope to see you next time.